they get hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rich.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, It's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 24. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here we go now on 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cards post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Forced, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich
got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on 2nd down. Rich, the first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Algier going straight ahead.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Rich.
He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Algier now up the middle.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in up with a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Now a throw here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that time and change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. A final shot before break. Rich dumps this one off to Algier. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
There you go, partner. That's some old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3 yards remain for second down. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Yeah. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the fourth. And New York set to take the field. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. First down, and they'll start with Algier. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich over the middle, complete. That's more. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Rich. This is Chenault on the receiving end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Looking to throw. Rich has his man. It's Shakir. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing after the interception, Rich. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now a handoff running through the middle. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Now, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Arizona, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.